Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again, and welcome back to another video game review. I finally get to talk about this game. I've been wanting to for a while because, this is one of my favorite games of all time, and that is Super Mario World. Let me just start by saying I love that cover right there. I just love the look on Yoshi's face. He's like, yeah, yeah, that's right. You like riding on me, don't you? Yeah, yeah. Okay, anyways, I beat this game like nearly 2 weeks ago, and I know this is probably going to be a cliche review because you're pretty much expecting me to do nothing but praise the game of how good it is. Well, yes. I'm not going to lie saying I that the game was okay or the game just sucks because no, I love this game and it's still my favorite Mario game. Yes, Super Mario Odyssey is still also an amazing game. And there are tons of great Mario games out there, but this, to me, I don't think any Mario game, at least in my opinion, can beat it because there's just something about it that, yeah, and I love Super Mario Brothers 3 and the original Mario Brothers, but those games haven't aged quite as well as this has because this game has just so much, I don't know, replayability because there are so many levels and so many power-ups. Well, yeah, there are plenty of Mario games that have a lot of power-ups. There are even some that have more power-ups than this game. But anyways, let me get to it. I don't really need to get into the plot. Everybody knows what a Mario game is. Everybody knows the story. But this is, I think this might be the first game that doesn't take place in the Mushroom Kingdom, no. So after the NES trilogy, and going to the 16-bit era, we got Super Mario World. Taking place in Dinosaur Land, Mario, Luigi, and Peach are about to have a picnic, but of course Bowser kidnaps Princess Peach, or Toadstool as she's called before, yeah, but of course, you have to go and rescue her and have to go through 8 worlds and secret levels, and there are secret openings to certain levels that you can go through and stuff like that. And this is the game where we were first introduced to Yoshi. And Yoshi has pretty much become a big character in the Mario universe. And for good reason. He has so much charm to him. He is so freaking adorable and it's hard not to love Yoshi. It's really hard not to. Like, name one person that doesn't like Yoshi. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Yoshi. So, yeah. But anyways, now, what can I actually say about this game? Well, of course, the soundtrack is absolutely, spot on. It has some really iconic tunes. Like, of course, the one that goes, dun, 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 which is also an iconic theme. And there's the ones in the ghost house and the one where you go find Bowser's castle and stuff like that. It just has a really good soundtrack to it. And, of course, platforming, it's 2D side-scrolling platforming goodness at its finest. Also, this game is insanely colorful. This game has so much color to it that it's aged very well, especially with the retro games that have the retro style games that have come out today. They still I still say this looks a bit better than some of the retro style games that we have, like Undertale and I know that I've never played Shovel Knight, so I can't really say anything about that. But with its style, it's not just its style; it's just how much replayability it has. The game isn't. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. You do have to fight the bosses. Aren't too challenging. There are some really easy ones, and the final. I would have to say the final battle against Bowser is probably the hardest boss fight. it's not too terribly difficult. I mean, it's really creative. I mean, instead of like jumping on his head, you have to throw stuff up at his head. Like Bowser will have these like little, I don't know, like wind up toy things. I don't know, but you pick them up and throw them at his head 6 times, and it did get pretty challenging for me, and but I was able to manage to get through it. Now I haven't fully 100% completed this game, but to me, how I usually like to finish games is I just like to finish them when I know when the end credits are just around the corner. That usually makes me complete. That I feel like I have beaten the game. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot more stuff that in this game that I really want to do, and I might get to it. I have this game both on the SNES, obviously, because I have the cartridge. Blah. What am I saying? And the Wii U Virtual Console, which I beat it on the Wii U Virtual Console because I'm not really good at retro games. I mean I'm still keeping my SNES, and I'm still keeping this, but pretty much there isn't really a whole lot more I want to say. But this game is just so much fun. I mean, from the opening levels through the worlds you go through. Like there was this one world that was really challenging, and no, it's not tubular. I forgot what it was, but it's like I think it was at like the ship where you go down to the ship, which I think it's supposed to be one of Bowser's airships, and they're like boos and stuff that keep flickering on and off, and you have to be careful where you go through. Yeah, that was pretty difficult, but it's probably one of my favorite 2D Mario levels of all time. And yeah, oh yeah, can't talk about a Mario game without the power-ups. Easily one of the best power-ups and one of the most iconic is hold on, is the Cape Feather. Of course, that's what Mario is wearing, which that does make him feel like a superhero. Then you can go, then you can pretty much have a reason to call him Super Mario because, I mean, he has a cape, so that makes him pretty much a superhero. It's a very powerful item, and it's really helpful. Like, if you time it just right, you can just fly through all the stages once you're at the right position and you're using the right keys, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. And you can, oh yeah, also Yoshi. You can pretty much do everything with Yoshi. Hell, this game is a whole lot more fun when you play with Yoshi, because easily he is one of the best things about this game. Without him, Mario would pretty much be stuck. I mean, he can eat enemies. He's good for enemies take more damage from him. Well, not really. Pretty much like the same amount. And you can use him, which has pretty much been a meme for quite a while. You can use him to save yourself if you're about to fall off a cliff. Rest in peace. But overall, what more can I say? Super Mario World is one of my favorite games of all time. I know it doesn't sound like I'm praising it as much as I should, but it really is my favorite Mario game because this is how Mario games should be to me. This is everything I still want in Mario. Now, but Mario Odyssey is my favorite 3D Mario game. That game like nearly perfected almost everything about 3D platforming Mario. But I much prefer 2D side-scrolling Mario because that's really what Mario mostly feels like to me. Because it just has so much. He has. What am I saying? He has so much charm to him as a 2D side scroller than 3D platformer to me. I mean, I prefer 3D games over 2D games, but Super Mario World is still my favorite Mario game. It's my favorite. It's my favorite side-scrolling game, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm giving it 5 out of 5. So yeah. I finally got to talk about this game. So there's still plenty more games I want to talk about in the future. Like, I recently finished playing Injustice 2. I might do that in the future. But I don't know what I'm going to do next, but this video has gone on way too long. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.